Acute appendicitis is a very common cause of acute abdominal pain and occurs when the appendix lumen becomes obstructed, typically by a fecal if. Then there's distension of the appendix, with secretions and bacterial overgrowth, leading to venous congestion, then ischemia of the appendix wall, which in most cases will lead to perforation of the appendix and sepsis. Whilst appendicitis affects 7% of the population, it's particularly common in younger patients and adolescents. However, in younger children, whilst it's less common, it's still a key differential diagnosis for any acute abdominal pain. Therefore, it's vital that we're able to distinguish acute appendicitis from another key and common differential diagnosis for acute abdominal pain in young children, namely mesenteric adenitis. And at the end of this video, that's exactly what you should be able to do. Mesenteric adenitis is also referred to as mesenteric lymphadenitis, and it's a condition in which the lymph nodes in the mesentery become inflamed, typically as a result of the presence of a viral infection, much the same way that lymph nodes in your neck may become inflamed and sore when you have a cold. Mesenteric adenitis is relatively common in young children, but it becomes more rare as we get older. There are some key differences that allow us to distinguish between it and appendicitis. The first is in the patient's history. Now, as we know, in appendicitis, the patient usually describes central abdominal pain that over time localizes to the right iliac fossa. While in mesenteric adenitis, the pain typically starts in the right iliac fossa. Additionally, patients with mesenteric adenitis will often describe coryzal symptoms, such as a sore throat, a cough, and a runny nose, in the days that precede their abdominal pain. If you ask a patient with appendicitis if they're hungry, they pretty much always say no. But with a patient with mesenteric adenitis, they're pretty much usually hungry. Patients with appendicitis tend to have a low-grade pyrexia, often in the low 38 degrees Celsius. Whereas in contrast, but in keeping with the viral nature of the condition, patients with mesenteric adenitis will commonly have high-grade pyrexias, often in excess of 39 degrees C. Regarding blood investigations, patients with appendicitis often have a leukocytosis and a raised CRP, whereas these are pretty much normal in patients with mesenteric adenitis. Finally, the clinical course of the two conditions is very different. With appendicitis, whilst it can resolve spontaneously, especially if the patient has been given antibiotics, typically the condition worsens. However, in mesenteric adenitis, the clinical course is self-limiting, and the patient usually starts to feel better after 24 to 48 hours. So that's just a brief summary of how to tell these two conditions apart. And hopefully that's a bit clearer now. If you enjoyed watching this video, then make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great free content. Or, if you want to make sure you know what you need to know for med school, then subscribe to surgicalteaching.com for more great videos, learning forums, and MCQs.